pressure, send them hundreds, say go get them, then he got it. Send it up, let it drop, let it burn,
We are the sons of God.
So we out here, 2023, it's called the May Day Parade. It is the second city of St. Louis, Missouri, the second largest African-American so-called black parade in the U.S. We are a walking billboard for God. We about the Father's business. We ain't got time for no little kid BS.
Niggas tryna mess the images, beat the oil cruising, God in my ministry. All you niggas finna die for a name.
Burn forever, that's infinity. 3 different entities, this ain't no trinity.
Nah, on the block, I could want it. Sit from that come, I can't drink from this.
All this stuff,
Right.
The rainbow, he disrespected with the rainbow.
Right.
I know all this stuff.
Right.
I listen.
Right.
One thing, like I just say, God wants you there. Because he made Satan for his plan. So it's up to you to have a choice.
I get that. Do you think that agenda, it's in the movies, it's on the television, do you think that agenda is affecting our people?
Yeah. I mean, when you see boys kissing boys on Disney, it's not for kids and white.
Okay, you said, so you think it is affecting our people, right?
Yeah, of course it is.
I'm going to show you something. Read this.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 3 and verse 4.
Verse 9. Listen to this.
Verse 9.
Huh?
The show of their countenance doth witness against them.
It says the show of the countenance, right? Body language, mannerisms, the way a person speaks, the way a person looks. It says it witnesses against them. Read.
And they declare their sin as Sodom.
Sometimes you can look at a man and know that man is dealing with that spirit. Are you dealing with that spirit? You're not dealing with that spirit at all. You know what the judgment is for dealing with that spirit? Get Romans 1. Romans 1 verse 26. Brother, it's an agenda. The white man got 3 places for you. Dead, in jail, or in a skirt. That's all he got for you.
I know.
You understand?
I know.
Romans 1, start at verse 26.
Book of Romans chapter 1 verse 26.
Come on.
For this cause God gave them up unto vile affections.
A man with a man or a woman with a woman, that's a vile affection. You understand? Come on.
For even their women did change their natural use.
That agenda is so strong, even the women are bugged out. Even the women are together. Lesbianism. You understand? Read on.
Into that which is against nature.
Man and man is against nature. Women and women, that's against nature. Come on.
And likewise also the men.
Watch this. Also the who?
The men.
Read.
Leaving the natural use of the woman.
Our men are leaving the natural use of the women. And you can see it when you look at them. You understand? Read on.
Burned in their lust.
They did what?
Burned in their lust.
Read.
One toward another.
They burn it and they lust one toward another. It's an agenda. No, you're going to mess his voice up. Read that part again. Read.
Burned in their lust one toward another.
Read.
Men with men.
Men with men. Read.
Working that which is unseemly.
Men with men working that which is unseemly. You understand? Because nowadays they say what? To each his own. As long as they happy. That's not what this Bible says. We don't give a damn what America's pushes. Right. We don't give a damn if you happy, brother. You in sin. The Bible says, get that in Hebrews 11. Hebrews 11. The Bible's letting you know.
Make this last verse, brother.
Nah.
No, one thing about
Lord know what the last verse gonna be.
Okay.
I need you to pay attention, bro. Hebrews 11. Read 26 for the brother. Come on.
Book of Hebrews chapter 11 verse 26.
Read.
Esteeming the reproach of Christ greater riches than the treasures in Egypt.
Read on.
For he had respect unto the recompense of the reward.
Read 25.
Verse 25. Choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of God than to enjoy the pleasures of sin.
To do what?
To enjoy the pleasures of sin.
See that, brother? Sin is pleasurable, but the end of that is death, brother. You know what God wants you to do? Give me 2 Ezra 10 verse 33. You know what God wants you to do, brother? There's no coincidence that you're right here. There's no coincidence. You understand? This right here is to reestablish your purpose on this earth. Read that 10:33.
The book of 2 Ezra chapter 10 verse 33.
Listen to this.
And he said unto me,
What did he say?
stand up manfully.
Stand up how?
Manfully.
Stand up manfully. You know a man by the way he stand. You know a man by the way he talk. A man is not effeminate. A man don't have his wrists broken, brother. You understand? A man don't stand bow-legged over his feet together like he don't got no penis. You understand, brother? You gotta fix that. I see that in your spirit. You gotta fix that. I'm telling you straight, brother. If I ain't love you, I wouldn't tell you. I'll let your ass be. Read that again.
Stand up manfully, and I will advise thee.
If you want God to deal with you, brother, you gotta shake that spirit. You gotta get around godly men. Get that in Sirach 37. You gotta get around godly men, the right men, brother. You understand? You look around this parade, these are not the guys, bro.
Right.
These is not them, brother. You can get around men who love the Lord. Because when they love the Lord, guess what? You're gonna see it in their spirit. You understand? Read this. Come on. 12. Come on.
The book of Sirach, chapter 37, verse 12.
Read.
But be continually with a godly man.
Be continually with a godly man. You understand? This is a godly man. You see the men behind you? These are godly men. These are men who got their household, who have wives that's in order, children in order. We put the fear of God in their heart as we walk with the fear of God in our own heart. You understand? You got men here from all over the world just to do what we're doing right now with you, to build you up, to restore you. If I see a gap in your spirit, my job is to patch the void. You understand, brother? Read that, come on.
But be continually with a godly man, who thou knowest to keep the commandments of the Lord.
You know that's not the Christian church. You know that, right? They ain't keeping the commandments of the Lord. Am I right or wrong, brother? So that's what our job is. That's why fellowship is so important. That's why they gave you the flyer. Our church information is on there. Our address is on there. Our email, our contact number. Get that Ephesians 4, verse 12. It's a reason, bro. There's things wrong with me, right? This brother, he gonna patch me up. You understand? It's things that I'm lacking. That brother right there, he gonna patch me up, and we gonna build one another. You understand?
Right.
Read what our purpose is as a congregation. Ephesians 4, give me 12, come on.
The book of Ephesians, chapter 4, and verse 12.
Distracted, come on.
For the perfecting of the saints.
What's our purpose of coming together?
For the perfecting of the saints.
Read.
For the work of the ministry.
Bro, one of our most important objectives is to what? Perfect one another. You gotta build within, then we what? We come without. Then we pull you in, brother. You supposed to be standing back here with us. You understand? All right, brother, meditate. How you doing, my sister? How you doing, sis? Come up closer. Sis, where you see yourself on this sign right now? Come check this sign out. Don't be shy,
God bless y'all. God bless y'all.
What is up, bro? What is up, bro? All right. Right on. How you doing, my sister? Where you see yourself on this sign, my sister? Where you see yourself? Because what we're bringing out is, we're bringing out God's truth. A lot of truth is coming out today because we have not learned any truth in the Christian church, family. Right. None at all. We've learned this image right here, have we not? Have we learned this image in the Christian church? Have we learned this? Let's be honest. Let's be honest, family. We are family. You ain't never seen this man before, sis? You never seen this man before? Y'all never seen this man? No, what I'm saying is, have you seen this image of Christ?
Oh yeah, I've seen it.
Right.
Yeah.
Is this in the Bible? Is that in the Bible? Is it important what he looks like?
For self-identity.
Is it important what Christ looked like? You said for what, sis?
Self-identity.
That was very, very heavy what you said, sis. You said for self-identity. You absolutely, give me John 8. Give me John 8. We got Christ, because we got that image when they had yokes of iron upon our neck. When we were most vulnerable, right? They gave us this image right here. They beat us physically, they beat us mentally, psychologically. Right. You understand? Read that, John 8.
The book of John, chapter 8, verse 32.
Watch this.
And ye shall know the truth.
This is the Messiah speaking, Jesus the Christ, who is a black man, and we're going to prove it. All right? Is that good news? That Christ is a black man? That's really good news. Look at our current condition. You understand? Knowing that our king looked like us, knowing that we have the blood of our king. That's the true image of Christ right there. Knowing that we share this a common blood, guess what? We both what? We heirs according to that same promise. You understand? Read that again.
And ye shall know the truth.
I want y'all to pay attention to something. Watch this.
And the truth shall make you free.
Why did Christ say that truth can make a people free? Why did Christ say that?
Because if you know the truth, then you're not held by anything. Like,
You're not held by anything?
Like truth is freedom, right?
Right. You're absolutely right.
You won't be in bondage.
Right. This is the bondage.
That's right.
If truth can make you free, that means lies have you in chains.
Right.
You understand? That means lies have you in chains. And that's why we hate our own people. Right. That's why it's so easy for us to murder one another. Right. Don't be dismayed by the fact that our men have become killers, cold-hearted killers. Don't be dismayed by that. Understand that's how he feels about himself. That's the scary part. Because for me to kill a man that look like me, that shows how I feel about myself. Right. Y'all understand? Right. All right, so watch this. Let's get the truth. Revelation 1. Be patient, my sister, because I want to teach you some things. There's a lot for you to learn today. I hope you're not in a rush. Because I see that Cleopatra around your neck. I want to talk about some things.
Okay, but look, my granddaughter is looking forward to seeing her grandmother in that curve because she's in the field too.
All right.
That's the sole reason why. I understand what you're saying.
I can't hold you. I'm not going to hold you. But since
you be here when
you got a flyer, Information is on the back, all right, sis?
And I have the time.
All praise. What was your name, sis? Dollar. Yedaya. It's nice to meet you, sis. Read that, Revelation 1. Start at verse 1.
Sure. Revelation chapter 1, verse 1. The revelation of Jesus Christ.
The what?
The revelation of Jesus Christ.
So, sis, the word revelation, it means to reveal. It means to reveal. Why Christ got to be revealed? Because they cover him up in these last days, right? They cover him up with all these painted about Leonardo da Vinci in the Renaissance era. Renaissance mean what? Rebirth. And what? You had what? Iconoclasm. Right. Where they painted over our faces. Right. We can prove all things with the Bible. All right? But that's why it says the revelation of Jesus Christ. Now, let's get straight to it. Verse 13.
Verse 14.
Verse 13.
Verse 13.
I don't want you to do compare and contrast. Look at the two signs. Let's see if we lying, or let's see what the truth is according to the Bible. Read that.
And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man.
So John said, I see a person in the midst of 7 candlesticks. One who looked like Christ, because John walked with Christ. He said, I see one of them like the Son of Man, which is another term for Christ. Read.
Clothed with a garment down to the foot.
Clothed with a garment down to the foot, like some of the brothers that you see out here have a long garment on down to their foot, but wearing pants underneath. Read.
And girt about the paps with a golden girdle.
Read.
His head and his hairs.
So it's his head and his hairs, because Christ had a beard. You know Christ had a beard, right? Because they pulled his beard from his face when he was getting beat before the crucifixion, right? So it says his head and his hairs, Rick,
were white.
They were what?
Were white.
They were blonde.
Were white.
You see that? This is not in the Bible, sis. That's in the Bible. Right. His head and his hairs, they were white and like what?
Like wool.
What people have that kind of hair? Woolly hair. Black people, right? Is that good news, sis? To know we look like Christ. Do you know what it instills in us? Confidence. Pride. What else, sis? Worth. Right. Another word for that is what? Self-esteem, right? Self-esteem, right? We understand that we as a people, we are not what? We are not inferior to them. When they give us a white Christ, they saying that we are naturally inferior. But we know that Christ looks like us, we naturally superior. You understand? That's the importance of image. Because a lot of times we see other nations, they walk up to us as we teach, and they say, oh, well, it doesn't matter if he's black or white. If it didn't matter, why would you push this all over movies, television, books, magazines, right? Oh, it really matters. You understand? Look at our society. We hate one another. And all that starts with what? Destroying the image of self. Read.
As white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire.
Because he drank wine in moderation. What was Christ's first miracle? Water to wine. You know, when you drink wine, the whites of your eyes, they change, right? Read on.
And his feet.
So now we're getting down to the most important, right? And his feet, read.
Like unto fine brass.
Is that white, sis? Is that white? Is that Middle Eastern? No, that's black. Right. You understand? That's a dark brown. Because nobody's really black. That camera stand is black. Nobody's actually that color, but it's a very dark brown. Let's see how dark. Come on.
As if.
As if, meaning what? Supposing that brass did what?
They burned in a furnace.
So take that brass and burn it in the furnace, sis. It was what? You think it was darker than him? Oh yes, it was darker than me, sis. It was darker than me. So this is the true image according to the Bible. That's right. You see that, sis? And with that image right there, you know what it comes with, sis? Do you know what tribe Christ was from?
Born in Bethlehem
House of Judah. House of Judah.
I know his lineage is David.
Right, absolutely right. Tribe of Judah, right? And Judah is what? Check it out. What nation did Judah come from? Israel, right? Meaning what? We are children of the promises, children of the covenant, right? Right. That's the importance of knowing who Christ is. You got that from me in Hebrews? Read that for me. Let me show you something.
The book of Hebrews, chapter 7 and verse 14.
Watch that.
For it is evident that our Lord sprang out of Judah.
Read.
Of which tribe Moses spake nothing concerning priesthood.
You see that thing? It is evident that our king, he sprang out of Judah, of the nation of Israel, of the seed of Isaac, of the seed of Abraham. Meaning what? We children of the covenant. Get that in Acts 7. Give me Acts 7 verse 8. That means we children of the covenant. The white man has tried to hide that from us. You understand? That's why we're going to bring out the truth today. Read that.
The book of Acts, chapter 7, verse 8.
Read.
And he gave him the covenant of circumcision.
That's Abraham. He gave Abraham the covenant of circumcision, right? Circumcising your son on what day? The 8th day. Very good. Very good. Read on.
And so Abraham begat Isaac.
Abraham begot Isaac.
And circumcised him the 8th day.
Because he's part of the covenant. Read.
And Isaac begat Jacob.
And Isaac begot Jacob, whose name was changed to Israel. Read.
And Jacob begat the 12 patriarchs.
And then Jacob begot who? The 12 patriarchs, also known as the 12 tribes of Israel, right? Give me Isaiah 11. If you look down at the bottom, it says we got Africa on that. Because you know we suffer persecution, right? Right. So a lot of us are in these places, right? This is giving you a brief summary. Huh?
You saying after where we ended?
Yes. That's what we at in bulk. But we are definitely the majority on the earth. We're the sand of the sea, so we are in many places. Read the book of Isaiah, chapter 11, verse 11. Hold on. Where you from?
North Carolina, but my parents are Ethiopian.
Your parents are Ethiopian? So you know we're in Ethiopia, right? In mass numbers. You understand? Watch this. We have to read about that. Come on.
And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people.
So it says God got to come. When Christ is coming back, he's coming back to recover the remnant of his people. Read.
Which shall be left.
Which shall be what?
Which shall be left.
Which shall be left because what? We've suffered what? Slavery. Colonialism, right? We've been scattered, right? Come on.
From Assyria.
From Assyria.
And from Egypt. And from Pathros.
And from Pathros.
And from
what?
And from Cush.
And from what?
And from Cush.
Who is Cush?
They argue about whether it's Sudan or Ethiopia.
It's Ethiopia, sis. According to the Bible. That's what Cush.
You believe so, but if you ask Sudanese, they believe that Cush is Sudan.
No. And at the end of the day, sis, it doesn't even matter. Because we are the Israelites anyway. And we are not tied down to a location. Right, the Berlin Conference, where they tied up the borders, right? So we are not tied to one place. Israel was a people before we were a place anyway.
That's right.
So we damn sure don't care about Ethiopia, sis. Just know our people are there. The bloodline of Israel is in Ethiopia. But we're not tied to one land. We're going to rule this whole earth. You
That's
understand,
right.
This earth is promised to the Israelites. Right. You understand? Did you know that? Okay.
When the Messiah returns, he's supposed to gather us from the four corners of the earth.
Exactly. So, real quick, give me Deuteronomy, 12. Because you sound very, very receptive, and it seems like you have certain understanding, right? So with that, comes responsibility, right? Reach us.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 10 and verse 12.
Read.
And now Israel, what does the Lord thy God require of thee?
You believe you Israel? Okay, so God says he requires something. Read.
But to fear the Lord thy God, to walk in all his ways, and to love him, and to serve the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul, to keep the commandments of the Lord.
How do you prove that you do all those things listed above?
To keep the commandments of the Lord, and his statutes which I command thee this day for thy good.
You prove you fear him, love him with all your heart, mind, and soul by keeping the commandments. That's right. By keeping the commandments. I gotta prove it every day. Right. I don't care how long I've been in this walk. I gotta prove it every day. Right. With my actions. Right.
That's the burden of carrying the cross, right?
Right. So real quick, I'm gonna give you a burden. Deuteronomy 22. And it's for you what? It's so you can be a walking example, and so that you can show the Lord God that you love him, that you fear him, that you serve him. All right? Read that.
Deuteronomy chapter 22 and verse 5. Read. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
You heard this before, right? What's going on, sis? With the pants, what's going on? What God just say? Read it again, read it slow.
The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
There's 4 articles of clothing that men and women wear, right? 2 of them belong to men, 2 belong to women. The 2 that belong to women are what? Skirts, dresses. Right. The 2 that belong to men are what? Pants, shorts. You understand? So God is saying.
What happens when a man wears like a tunic or I forgot the name, but wears like a one-piece.
That Roman toga stuff.
The Israelite.
Not toga, but like
kind of in Islam, they wear that long, right? The Israelite man who should not be in Islam is supposed to wear pants.
Right. That's right.
You understand?
Yeah. No, I'm not arguing with what it says. I guess maybe just the understanding that if I were to go to men's section and wear your pants or in your clothes, then I can understand I'm cross-dressing or.
Right. Yeah.
But if I'm wearing pants that were made for women, those are women's garments.
Give me Ecclesiastes 7. I understand. Now, I'm going to give you a scenario. I walk into Walmart. I go to the men's section. There's mini skirts in various colors down the rack. Mini skirt, mini skirt, mini skirt. But I look up, the sign says men's, young boys. It's in my section. Can I wear a mini skirt now? Would you listen to me if I was teaching in a mini skirt right now? I would look foolish, right?
Yeah, and plus I think there's no practical purpose for a man to wear a miniskirt.
No,
but there's a practical purpose for a woman to not walk around in. Unless a woman has the protection of a man, it's not, I don't think it would be safe for her to walk around exposed, which is what a skirt and a dress does. You're more vulnerable.
Men are more likely to rape a woman in pants than they are to rape a woman in a free-flowing dress, which is how Israelite women are supposed to be adorned. You understand? But at the end of the day, this is what we as a people have to do. We have to submit our clever minds to God's words. Because we can go back and forth, but at the end of the day, there is no...
Not to argue, but to
Oh, no. Let me finish. We can go back and forth with our opinions and our assertions on what we perceive about reality, but at the end of the day, what unites a people is when we speak the same thing. Right. What unites a people is when we all submit ourselves to God's laws, and we all have the same judgments. Because this got to be our mind. I'm going to read this for you. I'm going to show you something. Come on.
Book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7, verse 29.
Watch this.
Lo, this only have I found.
So it says, this only have I found. Come on.
That God hath made man upright.
It says God made man upright, right? God made the Israelite man, the Israelite woman, he made them upright. Meaning what? He gave us a conscience. He gave us a heart to keep his commandments. But watch this.
But they.
But who?
But they.
But we as a people, read.
Have sought out many inventions.
We as a people have sought out many inventions. Meaning what? We lost in our own thoughts. We go a horn after our own mind. We say, okay, well, they women pants. It's practical. That's what God is talking about. And this is why death must come to this world. Because our people, we were all obedient in the beginning. But now we get down to this earth and we've been what? We've been conditioned by America. We've been conditioned by the feminist movement. I can think that I'm what? Rich right now. But my bank account is in the negative. My thoughts don't matter, sis. Read this.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 55 and verse 8.
Watch this.
For my thoughts are not your thoughts.
You know what God says, sis? Read again.
For my thoughts are not your thoughts.
It says, for my thoughts are not your thoughts. Read.
Neither are your ways my ways, saith the Lord.
What that means, sis?
That he has a greater understanding than we do, so he knows why he wants us to do things a certain way.
You're absolutely right.
Our view, like we're looking right in front of us, but God got the bird's eye view to know why he wants us to do things a certain way.
So knowing that, and you're absolutely right. But now knowing that, what do you think you should do when the word of God comes out? Listen and what else, sis?
Obey.
Listen and obey. Very good, sis. I do the same thing, sis. And it's not an overnight thing, but as you listen, you have to listen to apply. Not listen to respond, not listen to what? Give what you've been instilled in your upbringing. Because all of us was raised a certain way. We all had different dynamics that we came from. We all got our own story, but it doesn't matter, sister. You understand? What matters is what this Bible says. You understand that, sis? So, go back to Deuteronomy 22 and read 5 again.
Book of Deuteronomy chapter 22 and verse 5.
Read the whole commandment, come on.
Listen. No woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
That's pants, shorts, come on.
Neither shall a man put on a woman's garment.
That's... Read on.
For all that do so.
For all that do so, no matter what they think in their mind, go ahead.
Are abomination unto the Lord thy God.
What that means, sis, to be abomination to the Lord your God. What that mean?
Like to bring shame or disrespect.
You know what, Sirach 15. And also give me that in Daniel too. You said what, sis?
I would assume abomination is like bringing shame or disgrace or...
Disgrace you getting a woman. What else?
It's a sin.
It is a sin, yep.
Sorry.
How do you think God feels? You know, we have feelings, right?
Yeah.
Angry, what else?
Disrespectful.
Read that, come on.
Sirach chapter 15 and verse 13. The Lord hateth all abomination, and they that fear God love it not.
You see that thing? It says God hates abominations. He hates that thing, sis. When you put yourself in pants, when you're doing yourself, that's a conscious decision. Right. None of us are out here clothed accidentally. You understand? You are making yourself to God, an adversary to God. Right. You put yourself at enmity with God. you living a contrary lifestyle. It's the judgment for that. You understand, sis? It may not come right away, but there is a judgment for living a lifestyle like that, sis. So when you hit a commandment, your first mindset gotta be, okay, when I leave here, I gotta go home, I got some dresses, I got some skirts, throw them pants away. That's called being born again. You understand, sis? Give me that Matthew 18.
Then I have to change my whole career.
No, you don't, because guess what? The so-called white man has a system in place called human resources. Human resources, sis.
Well, I work in a lab, so we have lab safety, like you have to be covered all the way. So that's not, I mean, we can't wear dresses or skirts in the lab.
So listen, I got a question for you. Have you tried?
Yeah, I mean, we know, like since school we're not allowed to. So if you do wear a dress or a skirt, you have to bring pants to put on. Like even this wouldn't be allowed because it's not, you have to wear jeans basically.
Okay, I can see that. I can see that. You say you work in a lab, y'all probably got maybe dangerous chemicals perhaps. Okay, I can see that. So I'm gonna show you what God is telling us to do in the case of your workplace. This is what you have to do in the case of your workplace. But outside the workplace, you already know you gotta submit to that law, right? Read this.
The book of Judges, chapter 5 and verse 11. They that are delivered from the noise of archers and the places of drawing water.
The place of drawing water is America, captivity, right? Do masters go and walk to a well and bring back water? No, slaves do that. That's what we did, right? That's what we did in America, right? So it says in the place of drawing water, which is America, read. There, in the same place, not wait till Christ come back, we in the land of Israel, not wait till Christ come back and we're in the wilderness. It says there, meaning right here, right now, read.
There shall they rehearse the righteous acts of the Lord.
It says we got to rehearse the righteous acts of the Lord. When you get, let's say you're in a play, an orchestra, a movie set, right? You get your script, sis. You start to what? You start to go over your script. You observing, you playing out how you're going to actually execute the script, right? You think when you first execute it, it's going to be perfect? It's not, right? It's not. But over time, it will be. You understand? And guess what? That's what God is asking, sis. That's all God is requiring. God wants us to what? Rehearse the righteous acts. In America, it's a land of drawn water. It's a land of captivity. There's going to be things in place where we're not able to do exactly what we want to do. But we can do our best. That's why I actually need to try. But if you know they already have policies and protocols, when you can't, it's just a definite no, that's fine. The moment you clock out, you go to the women's room, you go to the locker room, whatever the case may be, you're doing yourself in what? A free-flowing dress or a modest skirt and a modest apparel. And you be a light to your people. You understand? Why you gotta be a light? Because this is a dark place. All this is darkness. Right? All this is gonna burn. Bring it out. You understand, sis? That's why it's so important that our sisters get a righteous example. Because you being Israelite, God's daughter. You understand? So you know how fathers feel about their daughters, sis? How they feel? Give me some rock 7.
They love their daughters. They want to protect them. They want to prepare them.
You're absolutely right. So the Most High has infinite power, sis. You think you know what this Bible says? You think the Lord not gonna protect you? Oh, the Lord is very real. He's a definite help in time of need.
I wouldn't have got here.
You're looking at married men.
What's up, brother? Excuse me.
What's going on, brother? You're looking at married men. Our wives, our daughters, our mothers in this truth wear dresses every day. None of them have ever said they had issues with men walking at them or trying to oppress them since they came into this truth and start wearing according to what God has written. You understand? It's actually the exact opposite.
What is nation?
Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you.
And finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord. His word